Alright, in this video we are going to solve its O-level mathematics course code is 4021. We are going to solve October-November, its paper 2-1 of year 2020. So let's start. It's question number 1 from the topic Everyday Mathematics. Some information about the holiday is given. 7-night holiday, $340 per person. 8% discount if you book before 31st March. On 15th Feb, Naseem books this holiday for 2 people. Calculate the total cost of his holiday. Now he is booking on 15th Feb, that means before 31st March, that means he is going to avail 8% discount. So there are 2 persons, so what I will do, I will multiply 340 by 2. So that will be equals to $680 for 2 persons. And now he is getting 8% discount. So if original percentage is 100%, right? So he is getting off discount of 8%. That means the remaining amount is 92%. That is equals to 0.92. So I need to multiply 680 by 0.92. So that is equals to $625.6. That is the first part answer. In the next part, it says Naseem hires a car for his holiday. The total cost is $241.50. The cost includes 15%, right? So it means that original the cost is 100%, 15% inclusive, that means now it's 115. So if the cost includes tax, so the amount is 241.50. What is the amount before tax? So you need to do the cross multiplication. So the value for Y is $210. That is the price without tax. Part B answer. Next one, Asim drives a total of 800 kilometers on a holiday. He uses a total of 29.6 liters of fuel. Calculate the average rate of fuel used in liters per 100 kilometer. So if he is traveling 800 kilometers, so the amount he uses 29.6 liters. So if he is traveling 100 kilometer, how much liters he is going to use? So you need to do the cross multiplication. So that will be 800x equals to 29.6 multiplied by 100. By solving, you will get x equals to 3.7. So that means it's 3.7 liters per 100 kilometer. That is your answer. In part D, it says Naseem changes $450 to euros for his holiday. The exchange rate between dollars and euros is $1 is 0.82 euros. On holiday, he spends 297 euros. All right. So the conversion rate is $1 equals to 0.82 euros. He is having $450. So first we need to find out the amount of euros. So by cross multiplication, it will be A equals to 0.82 multiplied with 450. So that is equals to 369 euros, right? And in those 369, he spends 297. So I need to subtract 297 from 369, and that is equals to 297, that is equals to 72. So he is left over with 72 euros. Naseem changes the remaining back to dollars when he returns home. Now the exchange rate is $1 equals to 0.80 euros. So he is saving 72 euros. So what is the amount of dollars we need to find? So we need to do the cross multiplication. So that will be 0.80 B equals to 72 and B equals to 72 divided by 0.80. Alright, so that will be equals to 90. So that means now he is having $90. It's question number 2 from the topic statistics. You have a CF curve on your screen. It says use the diagram to estimate the median. For median, first we need to highlight the total frequency. So it's 60 divided by 2, it is 30. So we need to find out the value on your curve at y equals to 30. At 30, the value on the x-axis is 188. That is your first part answer. Interquartile. So before interquartile, first we need to find out the upper quartile, that is 3 over 4 of your total frequency. It's 60. So that is equals to 2 2s are 4, 2 30, 2 1s are 2, 2 15, and 15 3s are 45. All right. So we need to find out the value at 45 to 5 in between 4 and 6. That is your 345. That means the value of upper quartile is 208. Alright, that is the value of upper quartile and it's Q3. Similarly, I need to find out lower quartile, and that is 1 upon 4 of your frequency, that is 60. So that is 30 divided by 2 and it is equals to 15. So I need to find the value at 15, that is my lower quartile, and the value at 15 is 170. Alright, that is my Q1. So the interquartile is basically the difference of these two, 208 minus 170, that leads to 38, that is your interquartile range. Alright, after that, potatoes with mass greater than 220 grams are sold as baking potatoes. Find the percentage of the potatoes that are sold as baking potatoes. Alright, so first we need to draw the line of 220 grams. So 220 grams is this one, right, this line, and the number of potatoes that below 220 is basically 52. Alright, so number of potatoes that exceeds 220 grams is basically this part, and that is 60 minus 52, it's 8. So now it will be 8 divided by 60 multiplied by 100. That is equals to 13.3 percentage. In part 3 it says that the masses of 60 potatoes of variety B, so that CF curve is for variety A, are also measured. For variety B, the median is 175 and the interquartile is 30. Alright, Kali wants to buy potatoes that are more consistent in mass. Should she choose variety A or variety B? Explain how you decide. Alright, so basically I have variety A and variety B, right? In variety A, the median we have is 188, and in variety B, the median we have it's 175, and the interquartile for variety A we had find out it's 38, and for variety B it's 30. So the answer for this question is variety B, because the interquartile range is lesser than, right? So IQR interquartile range is smaller than variety A. That means the consistency of mass for variety B is more as compared to A. The next part it says the table shows the masses m grams of 120 potatoes of variety C. Calculate an estimate of mean mass. For estimate of mean mass, first thing you need to find out the midpoint, right? So the midpoint of 80 and 100 is 90. It will be 110, it will be 125, it will be 135, it will be 140 and 200. The mean mass is basically we need to add, so it will be 340 divided by 2, so that is 170 is the mid value. Alright, now we need to multiply frequency and the midpoint. So 10 into 90 is 900, 15 into 110 is 1650, and we need to find out the other three values. Once we had find out all the values, so we need to apply the working formula of mean, which say that summation of fx divided by summation of f. So we need to add all those values, that is 900 plus 1650 plus 5250 plus 4860 plus 2890 divided by the total frequency we have is 120. So the summation of all those values is 15550 divided by 120, and it gives you the value of 129.5. That is your estimated mean mass, your answer for part B. After that, a bag of potatoes has a mass of 2.5, correct to the nearest 100. A bag of potatoes are packed into a box. The mass of the box is 600 gram, correct to the nearest 10 grams. Calculate the upper bound of the total mass in kg of a box containing 10 of these bags of the potatoes. Alright, so we need to find out the total mass and upper bound of the total mass. Alright, so the total mass comprises on mass of potatoes and the mass of bag, right? So the potatoes having a mass of 2.5 but correct to the nearest 100 gram. So now we have a unit conversion here because it says kg and we have grams here, right? So if I need to convert it into grams, because all the other units are in grams, so 2.5 kg, that is equals to 2500 grams, right? So the scale factor is equals to 100 divided by 2 and it is equals to 50. So for upper bound for the mass of potato, it will be 2500 plus 50. Alright. And then we need to add plus bag, the mass of the box is 600 correct to the nearest 10. So the upper bound it will be 600 plus 5 because the scale factor of 10 gram equals to 5 grams. So now we need to multiply the mass of bag of potatoes by 10 because there are 10 bags, right? So we need to multiply it by 10 and now we need to solve it. So 2500 plus 50 and you need to multiply it by 10 because there are 10 boxes, so that is equals to 25500 plus 605, so that is equals to 26105, but that is in grams. Give your answer in kilograms. That means now we need to divide it by 1000 to convert it into kg. So divided by 1000 and it will equals to 26.105 kg. That is your answer. Alright, it's question number 3, part B. It says that in the first part you need to calculate DAC. So if I highlight the angle DAC, that means this angle is unknown. So let's say this angle is X. You can find the angle easily by using law of sine here. Law of sine indicates that A divided by sine A equals to B divided by sine B. That is your law of sine. And we are going to apply the same working formula. So it's 5.3 against the angle sine 63 equals to 3.8 against the angle X which we are looking for. So if you do the cross multiplication, so that will be 5.3 sine X equals to 3.8 multiply with sine 63. Alright, by doing the cross multiplication and solving, you will get the value of X and that is equals to 39.7 degree. That is your answer. In the next part, it says find ABC, and that means this angle B is unknown. Since all these three sides are known, so you can apply law of cosine here, which states that A square equals to B square plus C square minus 2BC cos A. Alright, in our case, the value of A, it's 5.3 square equals to 6.4 square plus 9.7 square minus 2 times 6.4 times 9.7, and angle B, that is unknown. Alright, so we need to find out the values of squaring and adding them together. So I had find out the squaring of these numbers, right, and multiply these three terms. So I'll get the answer 124.2. Now I will add these, that is equals to 135.1 minus 124.2 cos B, and on the left side I have 28.09. Now I will arrange the equation. So 135.1 as it is, but when I shift 28.09 on the right side, it will be minus 28.09, and when I shift minus 124 cos B on the left side, it will be 124.2 cos B. Alright, then we need to subtract 135.1 minus 28.09, it is 107.01, and 124.2 on left side it is multiplying. When you shift on the right side, it will be divided by 124.2, and on the left side we have cos B here, and after the inverse of cos you will get angle B, and that is equals to 30.5 degree. That is your answer. Question number 4 from the topic graph of functions. In the first part it says find the value of y when x is equals to minus 3. So we have an equation y is equals to 4 divided by 5 times 2, and the value of x is minus 3. So it is equals to 4 divided by 5 into 1 upon 2 cube, and you can say that 4 upon 5 into 8. 4 ones are 4, 4 twos are 8. So 1 divided by 10, and that is equals to 0.1. So that is the value at x is equals to minus 3. After that we need to plot the value. So when x is minus 3, y is 0.1 this point. When x is minus 2, y is 0.2. This one, when x is minus 1, y is 0.4. When x is 0, y is 0.8. When x is 1, y is 1.6. When x is 2, y is 3.2, and when x is 3, y is 6.4. Alright, so you got all the points. You need to join them with a smooth curve. So that's how you are going to draw the curve. Alright. And after that it says, by drawing a tangent, estimate the gradient of the curve of y equals to 4 upon 5 2x when x is equals to 2. So when x is equals to 2, first let me highlight the point here, and now I need to draw a line here. So that is a tangent I had drawn, right? And now I need to find out the gradient. So make sure that you draw your tangent with the help of a scale. You need to draw it roughly. So first point I pick here, it's 1 comma 1, and other point I'm going to pick, let's suppose this value. So the x coordinate is 3 and the y coordinate is 5.1. So the working formula to find out the gradient is y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1. That is your gradient. So let's suppose I'm saying that this point here it's x1 y1 and this one is x2 y2. So the value for y2 it's 5.1 minus 1 divided by x2 is 3 minus 1. So 5.1 minus 1, it is 4.1 divided by 3 minus 1, it's 2. So the gradient I got is 2.05. So that is your answer. And after that it says, use your graph to estimate the solution of the equation 4 into 2x is equals to 5. Alright. So let me first write down the equation that we had drawn. It's y is equals to 4 divided by 5 times 2 to the power x. We need to make this equation in our curve equation, right? So what I need here is I have 4, right? I have 2x, I have 2x. What part is missing? Basically 5 is missing, so I need to divide it by 5 on both sides, right? Now this whole expression on the left side, that is basically equals to y. So I can say that the line is y equals to 1. So now we need to draw the line y equals to 1 with the help of a scale, right? And the point where the line curves the axis, where the cuts the curve, we need to find out the value of x at this point, and the value of x is 0.4. So the answer is 0.4. It's question number 5 from the topic mensuration. It says the diagram shows the garden shed positioned on a horizontal ground. It is in the shape of a prism with trapezium ABCD. So ABCD is a trapezium as its cross section. The base of the shed ABFE is a rectangle. AB is 1.55, AD is given, BC is given, and BF is given. Calculate the volume. So the working formula for volume of prism is area of cross section multiplied by length. Alright, so the area of cross section we have, it's our trapezium, right? The working formula for trapezium is 1 upon 2 sum of parallel sides multiply with height, that is the area of cross section, multiply the length we have, it's 2.10. Alright, so now I will place the values of sum of parallel sides. So the sum of parallel sides we have, it's 1.85 plus 2.25, and the height is 1.55, right? That is the area of cross section times 2.10. So that is equals to 6.67. That is the volume of this prism. Alright, in part B it says that the roof of the shed CGHD is painted. 1 liter of paint covers 2 square meters. Calculate the amount of paint used. The first thing we need to find out is the area of CGHD. Alright. Now the basic mistake is what? We mostly students consider that CD is equals to 1.55, but keep in mind that ABCD is a trapezium, not a rectangle, right? So how you find the length of CD? For that part, first I will draw the line from C to this point, right? So that is a 90-degree angle, and if I need to find out the length from D to this point, so that will be equals to 2.25 minus 1.85. Alright, 2.25 minus 1.85, it leads to 0.4. So that is the length of this length, 0.4, and we have the value of the base, that is 1.55. So by using these two, I can find the value of CD, which labeled as y. So it will be y square equals to 0.4 square plus 1.55 square with the help of Pythagoras, right? So 0.4 square plus 1.55 square and then root of it. So the value of y we got, it's 1.6 meters, right? Now you have the value of y, that is 1.6, and we have the breadth of rectangle. So area we can find out, it's 1.6 multiply with 2.10. So you will get the area is 3.36 meter square, right? The condition is 2 square meter requires 1 liter. That means if it's 2 meter square, so it requires 1 liter, right? So my area is 3.36 meter square. How much liter it requires? So simply we need to multiply 3.36 by 2 and you will get 6.72 liter is required to paint the top portion of the prism. In the last part it says calculate the angle of elevation of D from F. So first thing what I need to find out the length of A to F, right? AF length can be found by using Pythagoras, so I will use Pythagoras. It will be AF is equals to under root. First length is 1.55 square plus another length is 2.10 square. So the length of AF is equals to 2.61 meters. Alright. So the angle of elevation we need to find. If I complete the triangle here, so this is the line AD, and if I connect it to make a triangle, so that is my triangle, right? This angle is 90 here. I have the length of 2.25 and I have the length of A to F, that is equals to 2.61. So I need to find out the angle theta. So I can use 10 here, so it will be 10 theta equals to 2.25 divided by 2.61. The angle of elevation after inverse of 10, it will be 40.76 degree, and that is your answer. Question number 6, solve the inequality. So first I will shift minus 2x on the left side, so it will be 6x minus 2x. After shifting it will be plus 2x greater than, and it will be 5 plus 7. 6 plus 2 8x greater than 7 plus 5 12. X greater than 12 divided by 8. 4 3s are 12 and 4 2s are 8. So x is greater than 3 divided by 2. That is your first part answer. After that, Shen buys 4 notebooks and 3 pens for 17.4. So let's say that I'm using notebook as A and pens as B. So if I talk about Shen, so he's buying 4 notebooks plus 3 pens for the price of 17 and 50, right? Similarly, Liu buys 2 notebooks and 5 pens for the price of 14 from a pair of simultaneous equation which we had already made, and solve them to find the cost of a notebook and pen. Show your working. Alright. So first thing what I will do, I will multiply the second equation by 2. So the coefficient of A will be same. So when I multiply, it will be 4A plus 10B equals to 28. And the first equation, this one I will write as it is. It's 4A plus 3B equals to 17.5. Right now I will solve this too. But before that I need to change the sign, so it's minus, minus and minus. 4a and minus 4a cancels. 10 minus 3, it's 7b equals to 28 minus 17.50, b equals to 10.5, and the value of b, it's 1.5. Alright, once you had the value of b, you can find the value of a. So I'm using the equation 2a plus 5b equals to 14. So it's 2a plus 5 times 1.5 equals to 14. So now it will be 2a plus 7.5 equals to 14. 2a equals to 14 minus 7.5, that is equals to 6.5, and 6.5 divided by 2, it is equals to 3.25 equals to a. So a is notebook, and notebook price is 3.25, and pen price is 1.5. That is your answer. Part C, you need to show that equation arranged in this form. So first you need to take LCM here, and the basic rule is whatever written in the denominator you need to write it down as it is, right? So after that you need to do the cross multiplication in the numerator. So that is minus 3 times x plus 2 equals to 4. Now we need to start multiplication. So it will be x square minus 5x minus 3x minus 6 divided by x square minus 5x plus 2x minus 10 equals to 4. In the numerator, it will be x square minus 8x minus 6. In the denominator, it's x square minus 3x minus 10 equals to 4. X square minus 8x minus 6 equals to, when I shift the equation on the right side, it will be multiplied with 4. So it's 4x square minus 12x minus 40, right? Now I need to shift all those values from the left side to right hand side. So x square, when shift on the right side, it will be minus x square minus 12x present on the right side, 8x on the right side will be positive 8x, and minus 40 as it is. When you shift minus 6 on the right side, it will be plus 6. So there is no element left on the left side, so we have 0. Now it will be 4x minus x square, it's 3x square, minus 12 plus 8, it's minus 4x, and minus 40 plus 6, it's minus 34 equal to 0. And we need to show this equation. So that is my answer. After that, solve the equation. 3x square minus 4x minus 34 equals to 0. So we need to apply a quadratic formula here, which states that x equals to minus b plus minus under root b square minus 4ac divided by 2a. That is a working formula. The values we have is a is 3, b is negative 4, and c is minus 34. So I'm going to place values here. So minus b, it will be positive 4 plus minus under root b square is 16 minus minus plus 4 into a. The value of a is 3. So 4 into a, it's 12, and 12 times 34, it leads to 408. Alright, so it's 408 divided by 2 into a, it's 6. Now it will be 4 plus minus 408 plus 16, it's 424 divided by 6, right? So the root of 424, it will be 4 plus minus 20.6 divided by 6, right? We need to solve with positive and negative both. So firstly, it will be 4 plus 20.6 divided by 6, and 4 minus 20.6 divided by 6. So 4 plus 20.6 and divided by 6, it leads to 4.1, right? And 4 minus 20.6 divided by 6, it leads to minus 2.7. These are your final answers. Alright, it's question number 7 from the topic circle properties. Alright, we need to find the angle CDO. That means we need to find out the angle, this one. Let's call this angle X. Alright, so firstly, we have a cyclic quadrilateral because all 4 points lie on a circle, right? So I can say that angle A plus angle C equals to 180. That is the property. So angle A is 68 plus angle C equals to 180, right? and you can find the angle C. It will be 180 minus 68 gives you the value of 112. So this value we have, it's 112. Secondly, this angle O, it will be a property that angle O equals to 68 multiplied by 2. That is the property that the angle is center is 2 times the angle at circumference, so that is equals to 136. Alright, now we have all those angles, we are going to add them. So it will be 136 plus 52 plus 112 plus angle x, and the sum is equals to 360. So 136 plus 52 plus 112, and you need to subtract it from 360, so that is equals to 60. Alright, so for the first part the answer is 60 degree. For part B, it says that the cross section of a solid A is the sector of a circle, radius 6 and angle 40. The height of the solid is 5. Calculate the total surface area of solid. For total surface area, we need to add all the faces we can touch easily. Alright, so let's start with the top face, that is the sector. So area of sector is equals to angle divided by 360 multiplied by pi r square, right? That is the working formula, and we need to multiply it by 2 because we have two sectors, one at the top and one at the bottom. So that is equals to 25.136. that is the area of two sectors, right? Now we need to find out the area of that rectangle. So this rectangle has an area of rectangle is equals to 6 into 5, and we have two rectangles, one at the front face and one as the back face. So we need to multiply it by 2. 6 5s are 30 and 32s are 60, right? Now there is an area that is the curved part, right? For this part, first we need to find out the arc length. So the working formula for arc length is equals to angle divided by 360 multiplied by 2 pi r. So the arc length we got, it's 4.2, right? This arc length is 4.2. Now for area we need to multiply the arc length with the height. So for area of curved part, it will be 4.2 times 5, and that gives you the value of 21. Alright, for total surface area, for total we need to add the values of these underlying values, right? So that will be 21 plus 25.136 plus 60, and gives you the value of 106.1 centimeter square. That is your answer. After that, it says solid B is similar to solid A. The ratio of volume of solid to volume of solid B is 27:1. So the working formula for similar shapes is V1 upon V2 equals to L1 divided by L2 whole power cube. Alright. So V1 upon V2, the ratio is given, that is 27:1, and we don't have the value of the ratio of length. So when you apply cube root on both sides, so you will get L1 divided by L2 is 3 divided by 1. Alright, and L1 is basically define the length of A, and L2 define the length of B. It says calculate the surface area. For surface area, the working formula is A1 upon A2 equals to L1 divided by L2 whole square. So L1 upon L2 is 3 divided by 1 whole square. Area we had find in the previous part, it's 106.1, and area 2 is unknown. So now you can easily solve it. So 106.1 divided by 9, that is equals to 11.7. that is your area of second part, and that is your answer. It's question number 8 from the topic probability. It says a bag contains 36 balls. There are n red balls in this bag. The rest of the balls are green. Easter takes 2 balls from the bag at random without replacement. So that is an important word because it will change the sample space of the event. After that, complete the tree diagram. So if there are n red balls, so the probability that you are going to pick the red ball is n upon 36. And if you subtract n from 36, that means 36 minus n, that is the possibility of green balls, right? So first thing I will do, I will write down the denominator because that will be 35, right? Now if you observe that green won't affect the possibility of red balls, so that will be same and it is equals to n, right? But if you observe that green and another green ball, so that will be equals to 35 minus n divided by 35, and that is your first part answer. After that, write an expression in terms of n for the possibility that Easter first ball is red and her second ball is green. All right, so the first ball is red and the second ball is green. That means this is my case. So I need to multiply these two possibilities. That means n divided by 36 multiply with 36 minus n divided by 35. So that is your answer. And after that, the possibility that the Easter first ball is red and her second ball is green, the same thing that given in the part B. But now the possibility is given, that is 1 upon 7. So the equation we have made in part B, it's n divided by 36 times 36 minus n divided by 35, and now the possibility is given that it is equals to 1 upon 7. Now we need to solve it. So 36 multiply with n, it's 36 minus n square divided by 36 into 35 equals to 1 upon 7, right? So 7 ones are 7 and 7 fives are 35. So now it will be equals to 36n minus n square equals to 36 times 5, and 36 times 5 equals to 180, and it's 36n minus n square, right? The value of n square is negative, so we need to shift it on the right side. It will be positive n square. 36n on the right side, it will be minus 36n, and 180 is already present on the right side equals to 0. So that is our equation we need to show in this part. And after that it says solve the equation. So n square minus 36n plus 180 equals to 0. So we can do the middle term, that will be n square minus 30n minus 6n plus 180 equals to 0. n minus 30 and minus 6, again n minus 30 equals to 0. We have common here n minus 30 and n minus 30, so I will take common n minus 30, and the leftover part is n minus 6 equals to 0. So we got two answers, that is n minus 30 equals to 0 and n minus 6 equals to 0. So n is equals to 30 and n equals to 6. So these are the two possible answers for n. And after that, in the last part, it says there are more green balls than red balls in the bag. All right. So this statement is basically to finalize the value of n, that which value we are going to pick. So let's suppose that if I say that n is 6, let's suppose if n is 6, so the green balls are 36 minus 6 leads to 30, right? And the number of red balls is equals to 6. But if you say that n equals to 30, so green balls will be 36 minus 30 leads to 6, and red balls are 30. So it says that number of green balls are greater than red one. So the case that we are going to consider is this one, right? So that means the value of n we are going to consider is 6. After that, find the possibility that Easter takes 2 green balls, give your answer as a fraction in its lowest term. So if she is going to pick 2 green balls, so the possibility for the first green ball, it will be 36 minus n divided by 36, and for the second one it's 35 minus n divided by 35. The value of n we had finalized, it's 6. So I will place the value, and now we need to simplify it. So 36 minus 30, it's 30 divided by 36 times 35 minus 6, it's 29 divided by 35. Alright, so we need to simplify it. So it will be 6 5s are 30 and 6 6 are 36. 5 1s are 5, 5 7s are 35. So the leftover is 29 divided by 7 6 are 42, and that is your answer. After that, question number 9, it is from vectors. It says h is the point 5 2 and j is the point minus 3 6. You need to find hj. Alright, if h is the point that is 5 comma 2, then in terms of position vector, if we say oh, so it will be 5 and 2. Alright, so if I make an equation here that oh plus hj, so it will equals to oj, that is the basic principle of vector addition. We need to find hj, so that is equals to oj minus oh, right? So the vector oj is minus 3 and 6 minus the vector oh is 5 and 2. So minus 3 minus 5, it's minus 8, and 6 minus 2, it's 4. That is your answer. In the next part, it says find the magnitude. The working formula for magnitude is under root of x square plus y square. The value of x I have is minus 8 square plus y is 4 square. Minus 8 square is 64 plus 4 square is 16, right? So 64 plus 16, it leads to 80, and the root of 80, that is equals to 8.94. That is your answer. After that, it says m is the midpoint of hj. Find the position vector of om. That means we need to find om. Alright, so the hj vector we have find in the first part, and that is equals to minus 8 and 4. If I draw the vector roughly, so it will be like this, minus 8 and 4, right? It's h and j. M is the midpoint, so let's suppose that this point is M, and if hj is minus 8 and 4, so hm, that will be half of it, so it will be minus 8 divided by 2, that is minus 4, and 4 divided by 2, it will be 2. So we need to find out the vector om, so I can say that oh plus hm, it leads to om, right? That is the path identification. oh is given in the question, it's 5 and 2. hm we had find out, it's minus 4 and 2. So 5 minus 4, it's 1, and 2 plus 2, that is equals to 4. That is your position vector of om, and that is your answer. Alright, that is your part B. It says the diagram shows a shape made from 7 identical equilateral triangles. OA is P and OF is Q. Expressed in terms of P and Q, the vector FB. So if you focus on FB, so basically if OA is P, so GB is also P, and FG, that will be P as well. Alright, so that will be P and that will be P as well. So from F to B, it is equals to P plus P leads to 2P. That is your first part answer. After that, it says FE. So if this vector Q, it's this one, right? That means we have this vector Q as well. So we need to find out FE. So FE will be P plus Q. So FE, it's P plus Q. After that, it says X is a point on FB such that Fx to XB is 3:1. Alright, express OX in terms of P and Q. So firstly, for this part, I will try to find Fx. Alright, so we have ratio here that is 3:1. So let's suppose if I make a point, I say that this point here is X, right? So from F to X, if it's 3 ratio, then from X to B, that is equals to 1 ratio. So if I ask what is the total ratio, so obviously the total ratio is 4. Alright, so for fx, I can say that fx is 3/4 of the vector fb. Alright, and fb we had find in the first part, that is 2p. So I can say that it is equals to 3/4 of 2p. If you simplify it, so that is equals to 3 divided by 2p, and it is your fx. We need to find out the vector ox. So now I'll say that OF plus FX, and it is equals to OX. That is very basic addition, vector addition, right? If these two are same, so the resultant will be first and the last one. Now OF is given in the question, and that is equals to Q. Fx we had find out it's 3 upon 2p, and that is equals to OX. That is your answer. In the last part it says that Y is a point on BD. So on BD it can be anywhere. After that, quadrilateral OX, Y and F, it is a trapezium. Express XY in terms of P and Q. So I will say that this is point X, and let's suppose that this point here we have Y, right? So we have a trapezium according to condition that O, X, Y, F, it is a trapezium, and we need to find out the vector xy. Now we are dealing with the trapezium, that means these two lengths are parallel, right? And before finding xy, we need to find the vector fy. So that is my step number 1, to find the vector fy, right? And for fy, what I will do fb plus by equals to fy. So I'm going to write down the path here. It's fb plus by equals to fy. Alright, so what is fb? Fb we had find in the first part, and that is equals to 2p. Now what is by? By is what? Now listen carefully. That vector is q, right? It is given in the question. So by is the multiple of q, right? It can be 2 upon 3q, it can be 5 upon 7q, it can be any number with the q. So I will take a coefficient here, and I will say that it's h time q, and I don't know the value of h till now, so that is my vector fy. Alright, after that, since ox and fy are parallel, so we can say that ox and fy are parallel because they are the sides of trapezium. We can say that OX equals to K times Fy, that is a condition of parallel, right? The vector OX we had find out it's Q plus 3 upon 2P. So I can say that it's Q plus 3 upon 2P equals to K times, and the vector Fy we have it's 2P plus HQ. Alright. Now we can find out the value by using the comparison method. So firstly, I am going to compare P. Alright. So the coefficient of P on the left side we have it's 3 upon 2, and the coefficient of P on the right side it is not only 2 but 2 and K. So I have 2 and K. So with this method I can find the value of K, and K equals to 3 divided by 4. Alright, after the value of K, I am going to equate Q here. So with Q, on the left side the coefficient of Q is 1, and on the right side the coefficient of Q it's K times H. We have the value of K, so it's 1 equals to 3 upon 4 of H, and H equals to 4 divided by 3. That is very important step to find out the value of H. Alright, and after the value of H, for Fy, I can say that Fx plus xy equals to Fy, right? We need to find xy here. So the value of Fy, we have it's 2p plus hq. So now it's 2p plus h is what? H is 4 upon 3q. And if you shift fx on the right hand side, it will be minus, and the value of fx it's 3 upon 2p. So I will use 3 upon 2p. So we need to solve p here, so it will be 2p minus 3 upon 2p plus 4 upon 3q. I will take LCM here, and that will be 4p minus 3p plus 4 upon 3q, and it will be equals to 4p minus 3p, it's p divided by 2 plus 4 upon 3q, and that is your final answer of the vector xy. And this is question number 10 from the topic function. In the first part it says f of minus 4. So you need to replace x with -4, so that will be f of -4 equals to 3 minus 2. X is -4 divided by 5, that is equals to 3 minus minus plus 2 fours are 8 divided by 5, and that is equals to 11 upon 5, 2.2. That is your first part answer. After that it says f inverse of x. So the first step, you need to replace f of x with y. So it's y equals to 3 minus 2x divided by 5. Now we need to make x the subject, so it will be 5y equals to 3 minus 2x. 2x equals to 3 minus 5y. X equals to 3 minus 5y divided by 2. X is the subject. Now replace x with f inverse of x and y with x. So that is your answer for f inverse of x, right? And the last part, it says gp is equals to f of p plus 1. All right. So when you have g of x is equals to x minus 7 divided by 4, as is given in the question. So if we have g of p, that means now it will be equals to p minus 7 divided by 4. Similarly, for f of p plus 1, that means replace x with p plus 1. So that will be 3 minus 2. Instead of x, it's p plus 1 divided by 5. So that is equals to 3 minus 2p minus 2 divided by 5. 3 minus 2, it's 1 minus 2p divided by 5. The condition is that g of p equals to f of p plus 1. So that is equals to g of p is p minus 7 upon 4, right? And f of p plus 1, it's 1 minus 2p divided by 5. By cross multiplication, it's 5p minus 35 equals to 4 minus 8p. We need to make p the subject, so I need to shift 8p on the left side. So 5p plus 8p, it's 13p equals to minus 35 on the right side. 4 plus 35, it's 39, and p equals to 3. That is your answer.